I often get emails where people will ask me how I manifest easily and effortlessly. And I want to share that with you guys today. And it really is just a simple perspective shift. I've talked about this many times, and I don't know if it really lands for you guys, but I really want you to just listen because it really is this simple. Manifestation is so simple, and you can really allow this to be easy, you guys. There doesn't need to be all this effort when it comes to being who you truly are. Like I've made in my previous video, that it takes so much effort for you to not be who you already are. And so I want to share this perspective with you. And the reason why manifestation may be a little difficult for you, or just if you find yourself running into roadblocks, it really is this: we spend so much time and focus on the actual manifestation or specific thing that we are intending to bring about into our lives, some sort of form, whether it's a specific person, money, job, career, car, home, whatever it is. If it's a specific form, we spend so much focus on manifesting the thing instead of intending and aligning ourselves with the version who already has it. And if your interest is more in the person who already has it, connecting and aligning yourself with them, opposed to connecting yourself to a form, then you would give space for that specific manifestation to show up effortlessly, because you are already being and thinking and acting from the one who has. And there's a lot of ease when it comes to this. So, if you are more interested, if you shifted your focus off of the specific thing desired and shifted onto aligning yourself or manifesting the version of yourself, aligning and imagining yourself as that version, connecting to that version that already is, then your manifestation will just show up so effortlessly because you are naturally being that version. You've gotten used to being that version. So there's a sort of naturalness that comes into play here, right? And so, what keeps us in lack is thinking from the one who is not and guessing what we need to do in order to achieve it. And it's so much effort and resistance because we are trying to make this version, do what it never can. And so, I'm going to use an example here. I've used it previously before. And so, say you want to write a book, right? And if you want to write a book, that means creation is finished. So the book is already written, the book is already finished, and it's within you, right? So if you aligned yourself with the book already being written and being a best selling author, if you aligned yourself with being a best selling author, imagining yourself as being that version already, you would allow yourself to write for fun, to write for passion, and you would enjoy, and there would be no sort of pressure on trying to make something happen. And you are enjoying the process of effortlessly being, because you've already imagined yourself to already be that person, and your focus was not on the book actually being manifested or done. Your manifestation was more about aligning yourself and imagining yourself, connecting yourself to that version where it's natural and normal for them to write books. So whenever you sit down to write the book, you're doing it from a point of knowing that it's already written because you've identified as that author. Have manifested that version, that alignment of already being connected to that version that's already written the book. So you would just naturally write for fun, and you would find yourself writing the book effortlessly, right? And so, if you are thinking, how do I manifest being an author? It's from the perspective of, I am not that, but I must do something to become this best selling author. And a lot of us get stuck here. We're thinking from the version of ourselves that can never, ever ever be it anyway. And we're trying to force this version to become something that it can't. So if you are thinking from the perspective of, I am not that, but I must do something to become this best selling author, there's resistance and an expectation. When you sit down to write, there are all these conditions, and it's not easy. It's not fun because all you can think about is manifesting the book and not aligning yourself with actually being that author. You think that once you write the book, then you'll be an author. All right. So you're trying to make the version of yourself that is not an author, doesn't feel that it's an author, doesn't know anything about it, can't align itself, can't see itself being there. You're trying to force that version to go on this journey of becoming. And so this is how I understand it, you guys, because either you have it or you don't. But to desire a state means to already have it. So it's not necessarily about the manifestation itself. I tell you guys this all the time for a reason. It is about knowing that you already are who you desire to be. So when you're imagining anything, you're imagining to align yourself with that version who's already on that timeline of having written the book or already being in the relationship, already spending that amount of money that you desire, because it's second nature to them, it's natural to them. And so whenever you realize that you are on this bridge, it's so much more fun getting there. You can allow things to be as they are because you've already connected to that version of yourself of already having achieved that, knowing that creation is finished. So you're just playing this game for fun. You're writing the book, having an amazing time, and the book is somehow coming together because that book was already written. So you'll find that you'll move through this bridge of incidents very quickly. But if you are thinking from, I'm not that, and I have to figure out how to manifest to become that, and once I figure it out, I sit down and write the book, then I'll be an author. Now you see all that resistance, and it takes so much effort for you to try to force it and try to make it happen, and you actually never feel like you're there. You won't be there because that version, it can't be someone that it's not. All right, because you're coming from that premise that I'm not an author and I need to figure out how to become that, instead of shifting within the mind of the all to that version, to that timeline where you are already an author. And this goes with anything, you guys, and this is how simple, easy, and effortless manifestation is. When you realize that manifestation is not about a manifestation per se, the end goal is you aligning and knowing yourself to be source. When you walk through any door, any state of your life, I am is the only thing that goes with you. So when you are walking into a state saying, I am an author, or I am this, or I am that, I have this already, then it's I am that lights up that reality already to, so it already knows it. It's already laid out. That path is already laid out. So don't think that you're taking the past and previous conditions with you when you enter into a new state. You leave those things where they were. You leave it at the door because it can't come with you. But you're trying to drag this old version of you into that new door to force it to become something it's not, you guys. All right. So you can let this be easy if you dropped your interest more so in the thing that you're trying to manifest and gain more interest in being the person who already is it, you guys. That is the key to all of this. This could be the only video of mine you come across and listen to and know that it's a fact, and take what I'm saying and apply this to your life and effortlessly manifest. This is all you truly need. So those of you who ask what I do, how I manifest effortlessly, this is how I do it. This is my understanding that I am I am entering any state that I prefer, knowing that it's already finished and that there's nothing that I need to do per se, but to imagine and align myself with that person, with that Autumn who already knows that she is that, and catch the feeling of naturalness, of normalcy, of already being that. And once I find that state, touch that state within myself, it's so effortless. The manifestation, the money shows up. Everything I desire just shows up from that. And I know it will be the same for you. So I want you to test yourself and see. Test your I am means to understand that your imagination is the only reality. It's not to test it and say, well, maybe. No, it is the only reality. Every state you enter in, I am is going to be there with you. It's going to be the only thing that you take with you. All right. So understand this, you guys. All right. So I'm going to leave this video here. And yeah, you guys, remember we have our I Am Immersion Experience where I go more in depth in talking about this. The next event is going to be February 1st and 2nd. So make sure you sign up for that. If you would like to work with me personally one on one, I would, of course, love that too. You are welcome to do so. All the information you need to know is down in the description box below. I hope that you have an amazing weekend. And yeah, imagination is literally on your side, and I am too. Bye.